men are such flirts, and they only think about one thing.
Right? I wonder why men think that way.
Well, we shall find out today.
Yes, we will.
Why do girls gossip all the time? Like, the only work they have is gossip, gossip, gossip. Damn!
Hello, neurobiology students. I hope you all had an amazing weekend. Like we mentioned last week in class, we'll be having a Q&A session today about gender and the brain. Before we start the session, Dr. Dunbar and I want to give you a very brief introduction to this topic. Today we're going to be learning about your sexy brain, or how your brain acts and reacts in relation to sex and sexuality.
Interesting.
Class, in your brain are neurons and other biological things that make up your noggin, from reproduction and eating to sex hormones and sexual or reproductive behaviors. Your brain is always at work. One of the most important distinctions to be made when discussing sex in the brain is the idea of sex and gender. While the two are more commonly used synonymously, sex refers to the biological characteristics of the organism, while gender is used to discern the psychological aspects of how one feels, if they feel like a boy or a girl. A lot of what guides gender is the experiences one has throughout life.
Now it's time for the Q&A, so go ahead and throw your questions at us.
So I can wake up tomorrow and believe I'm a girl? Isn't that what Caitlyn Jenner did?
Not really. Gender does have biological characteristics and qualities, however, cultural norms beg for individuals to self-assess and self-identify within the sex. Sex is governed by the biological aspects of the individual, and X and Y chromosome create a male, and two X chromosomes create a female. On the Y chromosome is located the SRY gene, which encodes for testis determining factor causing testicular development.
So females are the default setting and males are the upgrade. Cool.
Guys also PMS, so does that mean they also have an emotional period?
Well, those would be your hormones. Males and females both have androgens and estrogens. Females have more estrogen though, and males have less of it, but that's what makes them emotional.
Since males and females share similar hormones, does that mean guys have cooties then?
Silly George. No, that does not mean they have cooties.
Is it true that gonadotropins are found in both males and females?
Yes, both sexes have gonadotropins. They are the luteinizing hormone and the follicle-stimulating hormone. They act on the gonads, which are the ovaries and testes, to produce the production of sperm or ova.
Both the male and female genitals go through a sexual response cycle rooted in the cerebral cortex and communicated through the spinal cord. The genitalia start in the arousal stage. After arousal, the genitals arrive at the plateau stage, followed by orgasm and then resolution. The parasympathetic nervous system activates during arousal and plateau. In order to ejaculate, the P and S must switch off while the S and S switches on. After climaxing, the two systems switch back. Animals, including humans, mate in different ways. Primarily, the options are polygamy, a male mating with many females, polyandry, a female mating with many males, or monogamy, one mate.
Isn't mating with multiple partners frowned upon?
No, a female wolf may mate with multiple male wolves to confuse them, so the other male wolves do not attack a baby thinking they're the father.
Studying vole mating behavior has shown us a lot about love and the brain. After mating, a female prairie vole spends more time with its partner than by itself or with a stranger. Female montane voles, on the other hand, spend most of their time in a neutral area alone, rather than with their recent mating partner or a stranger.
So montane males prefer one-night stands?
The distinctive maps of oxytocin and vasopressin receptors tell us that each hormone activates a different network of neurons in the polygynous and monogamous vole brains. It's all about their biology.
Professor, I read somewhere that the brain has two forms. What does that mean?
Yes, the official term for that is sexual dimorphism. Like male and female bodies differ, so do their brains.
So does this brain difference affect the difference in behavior between male and female?
Yes, behavior ultimately depends on the structure and function of the nervous system.
I read somewhere that women are better at verbal tests than men are. Is that true?
No.
Yes, Jessica, that is true.
Where do you keep reading all these things?
Professor, you mentioned that behavior depends on the structure and functions of the nervous system. Does that mean that homosexuals and heterosexuals behave differently due to the anatomical and physiological differences in the brain?
This could be true, but there is no factual evidence proving this to be true. The reason why there's contradictions in regards to this is because even if you do remove gonads, it has no effect on sexual orientation. But it was found that INAH3 in gay men is only half the size of the nucleus in straight men. In other words, the INAH3 is similar in size to the INAH3 found in women.
Wow, that is so cool. I did not know that.
Right? It is very cool. Any other questions, students? To conclude, not all human behaviors are exclusively masculine or feminine. A lot of what we consider masculine and feminine lies in our culture. No matter what, sex hormones will always be crucial to a person's sexual development and behavior.
Okay then, we are done.
You guys don't get
Those
up
are really good questions. Amazing job, class. I am so proud to see you think at a very critical level.
Seriously?
Critical.
Yes, class is over, but before we leave, everybody, let's do the brain dance.
Guys to look at her. Oh yeah. We didn't get that in the blooper. Oh, we did.
Right? I wonder why men think that way.
Well, we should find out.
Yes, we will.
I wonder why females gossip.
Okay, you just have your own voice.
In order to ejaculate, the PNS must switch off while the SNS switches on. I'm sorry, I was distracted.
Did you say?
I said PNS! I know it sounds
No,
like
she
I
didn't. She said penis.
It was in a stupid British accent, okay?
She said penis.
Definitely said PNS.
She,
See,
guys, who said thinks she said penis? Exactly.
seriously? It was the British accent, I swear.
Okay.
What, are we doing our lines?
Yes.
Oh, shoot. Like right now?
Yeah.
Since males and females share similar hormones, does that mean guys have cuties then? You said cuties once, that's why I said cuties. She said cuties once, that's right pronunciation.